Hey guys, it's Adam for It's Tea Time 210, and it's Tuesday. This week's topic is about jail time. I want to preface this by saying um, I don't think that necessarily being put in jail means you did anything wrong. Um, a political science major, I believe in democracy. I believed in having a voice. I believed in all these things. I still believe in them to a certain degree, but I feel like our justice system is not equipped or wants to handle that. So I guess even if you're a good kid, even if you're a good person, you don't hurt anybody, you don't do anything wrong, you could still end up in jail. I guess my point about bringing that up is because I was at a house party a couple years back, like 2 years back, and I was 24 years old. I'd been drinking a lot of whiskey that night. I didn't want to walk home or try to get a ride from somebody who was drunk. Plus, the house party was at my girlfriend at the time's house, so I decided to go to bed with her. So I went to sleep around 11. At 2, the cops raided. Um, we were the only two people from the house party arrested and taken to jail. The reason for that was because she told them that they had no right to come into her room and to search her room, that was unlawful search and seizure, that they needed a warrant to do so, and she refused to give them entry into her room because we were sleeping, and she said that we had that right of privacy. Um, they busted down the door. I followed their directions. I went out, and they were beating the crap out of her. And I said something to the officer, several somethings to the officer about it, not in a awful or drunken or lewd or crude manner. I said to him very clearly, like, look, this is against the law. What you're doing, you can't keep attacking her and beating her up. She's just a little girl. Like, the guy that was on her was twice the size of her, and I said, please just handcuff her and take her out to the squad car. She was already handcuffed at the time, by the way. I was just like, take her out to the squad car and arrest her, or take the cuffs off of her and let her go. Don't keep beating her up. For that, I was told to stand up, put my hands behind my back, and that I was under arrest. And then I was arrested for resisting arrest when I followed his instructions. Um, and I'm only saying this because I'm a good person and I went to jail for doing nothing wrong. The charges were later dropped. I had to do a drug class, which was bullshit because, yeah, I was drunk, but he wouldn't have picked up it. It wouldn't have come to that if he hadn't assaulted my girlfriend and I hadn't known the things that I know about the law and wanting to stand up for her and my right to be respected as citizens. Um, so yeah. And long story short, I spent the night in jail. I was in jail till the next day. I think this party was on a Saturday night. I think I was released Sunday morning um, because I didn't miss class. And oh yeah, I could be released Sunday because um, they could process it as a bail release. My girlfriend was not allowed to be released. But anyways, it was really shitty. They searched me. Then they decided they needed to strip search me. It was really uncomfortable. Um, a man strip searched me because they assumed me to be male. Um, that was weird and uncomfortable. And then afterwards, I had to say something about the fact that I was trans because they were going to put me in the men's block with all the other guys, and I won't lie, I was a little freaked out about that, um, just because of my whole situation. Um, I was freaked out that a man had strip searched me, and I was freaked out that I was in jail and I didn't do anything wrong, and that nobody would believe me. They would only listen to the officers involved, which basically said that I was being belligerently drunk and that I had resisted arrest, which wasn't the case. Um, So yeah, I was in a solitary cell for about 24 hours or so. I wasn't released until like the next day. And my ex girlfriend was in jail for like 3 days, and it was pretty fucking scary. So it's scary enough going to jail as a person that that tried to do the right thing, that tried to stand up for what's right, and it's also scary going in there as a trans guy and not knowing what to expect. I was pre-surgery at the time, um, which is why I was like, you strip searched me, but I mean, I had my hands over my shit, and like, I guess I passed real well. The doctor didn't even know that I was trans until I told him that's why I needed surgery. So I guess I passed pretty damn well. Um, I don't know. It was a really scary experience, and one I would not like to repeat. However, I do believe in justice, and I do believe that we have a right to stand up for ourselves against any form of tyranny, whether it's tyranny from our own government or tyranny from Gestapo-like police force that is bent on doing what they want and being an armed gang, and beating up on you and your friends and targeting you unjustly. Um, I would not be upset with the police if they did their jobs and they really protected the citizens and the people, but that's not what I feel like they do. I feel like they unduly prosecute people, that they look for people that are different, people that they don't like how they look or what they're doing a lot of times, and they go after those people, or they wait for them to do something where they can really step in, and then they step in hardcore. So, yeah, that's my slight run in with the law. Do I have any advice? Not really. I think that's where advocacy needs to be a bigger role. I don't know much more. I haven't really looked into things. I probably should. As far as what the laws are on dealing with transgendered individuals, all I know is I was put in an isolated cell, and it was really freaky. Um, the whole experience, because my cell was directly across from the cell with all the other guys, and they just kept looking at me, and like I was really freaked out about it. So yeah, that's all I've got for week 48, talking about jail or prison. Um, yeah, not a good idea, but all of us run the risk of being taken to jail for anything that we do, because of the world that we live in today. All right, peace.